So I've been wondering. I've had this issue for a while that I've been looking at, and it's a pain point that I've had, and I've been looking at how to solve this. All right. Now, what's the biggest pain point that I've had? It was basically how to make money online to save myself something, but I just didn't know how to do it. I didn't know where to look. I didn't know who to trust. I didn't know what to look for and what to understand. So I had to start focusing on understanding exactly what I was looking for. So to be 100% clear, I went to different uh, systems. I've tried out a ton of them. Um, I basically committed myself to doing the best I could, only to find myself stuck because every time I would go into a system, buy the system, start watching the videos were not always updated, would be the better way of saying it, because when I'd go to that, it was not what it said. I would go online, I would go to the specific area that I was told to do, I would follow the instruction perfectly, and then when something was supposed to show up, it wouldn't. So what I would do is I would send in my support ticket. I would say, "Hey, look, this is not there. Is there something else I should be looking at?" So I'd search around, see what I could do, but I could never find it. So I'd have to wait until support would answer me. Now, depending on the support that the system that you were working with did what it needed to do, you'd be able to get an answer, then proceed and continue. But if you didn't get that answer right away, it became frustrating. Okay, and then what ends up happening is all that momentum you had and all that enthusiasm you had, and it was like, oh my God, come on, 24 hours, 48 hours. Huh, they finally responded. Can you clarify your question? Well, I don't know how more to clarify it. What you say is there and what's not there is a problem. So what I ended up doing is I walked away from that system. I've done it multiple times. So what ends up happening is you're spending a lot of money to not get anywhere. So you're jumping from one system to another, or a shiny object to another shiny object. Well, you got to look at how that is. So clearly there has to be a solution. So I started looking at different places, and I started going to different forums, and I'm reading the forums, and it took a long time. It took me 10 years to find one actual group of people and a system that were not upset at the world. They were all happy. They're all making some form of money, not all making a lot of money, but most of them doing well. And I sat there and I said, Jesus, if I have if I can get involved with these people, maybe something will happen. So I got involved with this group, and at the beginning, and I watched them. I probably watched them for over a year to make sure I was not throwing away thousands of dollars again for no reason. Okay, and this one had, the official 30-day money back guaranteed. So I said, okay, so for 30 days, I'm going to join and I'm going to start doing it. And, I said, okay, so they have 3 videos to watch right away. So you got to go, okay, watch these videos and then see where you want to go from here. If this is not for you, submit a request for your money back. That was probably the best thing I ever seen because they said it right out. If this is not for you, let's not go any further. Get your money back. Thank you for your time. But it has to be for you. If it's not for you, we don't want to do it. So it took me, I sat there and I went, okay, let's see what happened. And then it offered different things. Okay, you had to go, it has a small cost to get started, $7. That's not ridiculous. That's actually quite enjoyable. Okay, and if you want to get involved in deeper things and open up more channels, costs a little bit more, $21 here, $27 there. And eventually you open up a good portion of the system where you have the opportunity to really start making money. And you could actually make money in the first 24 hours. Believe it or not, 24 hours, you spent $7, you can get your $7 back in a week. You get one sale, one. Yeah, you make $21. Like, that's not exactly depressing. You've made 3 times your money, or twice in this case, because you spent $7. You got 21, which means you had a $14 profit. 300% is nice. So I decided, why not? I started following this. All of a sudden, I'm starting to make sales. I'm starting to get money coming in. I'm going, oh, geez, this is not such a bad system. And after a while, I started understanding. So it took some time, but the risk is money back 100%. So where's the risk? But you got to want to do the work. All right. So for everybody out there who's actually has this pain that they can't do something and can't find it, I had that pain. I don't have that pain anymore, thank God. But it's up to you to decide if you want to do this because this is not for everybody. Everybody's got to do what they want to do. There's probably something out there that'll work for you. This works fantastic for me. Everybody have a great day. If you're interested, let me know. Subscribe and let's have a great time. Bye.